I genuinely need the universe to explain. I'm over here ready to be wifed the up. I'm ready to fall so in love. Like I'm ready to give someone serious babies. I'm 31 today, and no one is sitting across the table from me at dinner and holding my hand or telling me how beautiful I look or coming home and doing whatever it is that people do. It's unfair. It's ridiculous.
All right, I'm gonna get straight to this. I want a partner. I want to find a husband. I want to find a partner. I am ready. I've prayed on it and I've done all the work, all the self-growth. I have invested in myself to become the best woman, the best version, the best partner, the best future wife. And the problem now is, where are those men? Right? Can't find them on social media. I mean, some women do. I have not. Dating apps are terrible. I go to church, but I don't meet no one at church. I work from home, so I don't step out a lot. Where are they? Are they in the US? Are they in another country? What do we do? Us women that are ready. We're ready to commit. I've done the job. I'm just waiting up. And it sucks. And I know other girls feel this.
I don't know, I just want to break generational curses. I'm tired of being like the strong, independent black woman. Like, no, I need my man. I need my husband. Like, where you at? I want a partner. I want to be old with somebody. I want to have that long-term love. Long-term love. I don't want no short, temporary, for the moment fun.
And I think I should clarify that it's not that I can't find a man. We can't find men, because we can. They're everywhere. It's just we can't find the right men that we are looking for, that we have preference in. So maybe I should rephrase my question into, where are all the good men who have potential at? Where do I find them?
What's good, guys? It's your boy Josten J coming to you with another video. Let's cook, boys. Let's cook. All right. This is why men aren't getting married anymore, but what's changed everything? Marriage could be a beautiful thing, man. It really could. And I saw a recent debate. I don't really think it was too much of a debate, but two heavy hitters in the space. I think one was more rational than the other one, but I want to throw in my 2 cents on this because it was all basically around, is marriage good for men? Is it a good move to make for men in the West? And then it turned into, how do we mitigate the risk of divorce? I don't think you need to mitigate any risk, because if that person was for you, everything would be figured out. Why are we trying to move things in a way where we won't get affected by a person leaving us, when the whole idea of marriage is we're taking vows that says for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, through sickness and in health? Why do we have to mitigate any risk? You're just proving the point that it's not a good move to make. But this isn't all on the men. Women are sexually liberated. Women can do whatever they want, come and go as they please. They fought to be strong and independent, to work for their own salaries. That way they don't need to rely on a man, all to turn around and say that they would like a man to pay for everything and protect them and cover them. So which one is it? Are you strong and independent, or do you want to depend on a man and be protected and covered by a man? Men are realizing that this isn't fair. This isn't a good deal. And I want to go over a couple of things in this video. So let's get straight into it. Women don't need men to marry them anymore, and these are just the facts. Women do not need that. So what is the point of a man jumping out of the window? Yes, there are going to be men that want to be married, but another thing I've been touching on recently is, men don't want to be providers anymore, because why do you need to be a provider? See, they will try to get at your ego as a man, saying that you're less of a man if you can't or you won't provide. But what is the need to provide for someone that fought to provide for themselves? Once again, tell me where I lie in any of this, guys. Get in the comments. Feel free to critique me, or if you want to add things on, feel free to jump in the conversation. This is for you anyway. Why would a man provide for a woman that can provide for herself, that doesn't need a man to do it? And frankly, the only way that these things can work is if a woman actually brings something to the table. I've rewired a bunch of guys' brains to actually think this way. Just got a DM. that a guy's dealing with a new chick and she's doing for him, because, you know, I posted the king's treatment that my woman gives me, and he said I'm getting the same king's treatment from a woman that I'm only seeing casually right now, which falls into what I need to get to too. You don't have to do certain moves. You don't have to have certain moves in place that would make marriage a good thing. For instance, you don't have to meet a woman's father to smash her, to have sex with her. You don't need to marry a woman to have her want to pop out a kid by you or want her to have sex with you. She can have sex with you, and you don't need to marry her. And this is all across the board. I gave you guys the statistic of 7% of women are actually claiming to be virgins, and it's up 2% since 2013 through 2015. I believe that's what I said. So there's nothing really traditional about any of this. See, guys are always stuck in this, you know, well, guys that still want to do it, I'm going to do this the right way or the traditional way. Men are waking up. There's nothing traditional about the world that we live in when it comes to the dynamics between man and woman. There's nothing. There's nothing at all. Back in the day, you would meet a woman in her younger years. So I give grace on this topic. A woman could be 18 through 25. Do these women in this age demographic, right? Do these women want to get married, or do they want to be free and do their own thing most of the time nowadays? They want to be free and do their thing. There's nothing traditional about it. 18 through 25, you meet her father. You're not even having sex with her. You meet her father. He approves of you. You start courting her. He approves of you. You keep courting her. Eventually, you ask her for her hand in marriage after you receive his blessing. She becomes your fiance, then you marry her, and then you have sex, and then you create a beautiful family. That's how it goes. That's what men would work hard for. That doesn't go on nowadays. We got a bunch of women dating the same guys, popping babies out for guys that they really sexually desire like that. You know, getting rid of the baby if they want to. This is a bunch of stuff that they're fighting for. So why are men supposed to cover these women and want to provide for them and give them a family and marry them and all of this stuff? Why? Women don't want to do that nowadays. You ask your average 18 to 25-year-old chick, and she's not looking for that. She's not. This is a young man's dream. And thanks to Disney, guys that don't snap out of it, they're still believing in this stuff. But these are the men that get fleeced. See, a man will think, I need to be a provider. I need to take care of everything. My woman could come to me for anything. But see, this is why women fleece men the most. Because what are you teaching her? What are you teaching her? She doesn't have to lift a finger. She doesn't have to do anything. And when guys think like that, this is the problem. This is the problem with the divorce rates. No fault divorce. A woman could divorce you for whatever. She feels like it. No, it should really be, she needs a whole packet of reasons with evidence of your wrongdoings to her. Then they can grant her that divorce. But that's not how it goes a lot of the times. And see, men are always at fault. This is why I always tell you guys, it's very important. Don't ever let anything I say go over your head. When I tell you that you should always look at it from the standpoint of everything's my fault, everything's going to be my fault. So I have to move with precaution. I have to move in a way where I know what's going on and I'm not blind to anything, because the moment I am and I get taken advantage of, it's my fault. More men are waking up. More men are starting to think this way. So they realize the game. Everything's going to be my fault anyway. So I'm not putting myself at risk. I'm not putting myself at risk. And see, women in society are suffering for this. The birth rates are down. We're not having kids like that, but women are still having sex with the guys they want to have sex with and getting pregnant by the guys that they really desire like that. But you don't see them popping out babies. Is that a man's fault for all of that? This is the thing I want to get across to you guys in this video. Never think that something's wrong with you because women don't want to cooperate with you. This is just the times that we're living in. But is marriage a good idea for guys in the West? I really don't think so. I don't think so. Unless you're going to have a woman that cooperates with you, literally pouring into your cup. And I saw a comment not too long ago that said, this guy must not know what he's talking about. A woman will invest in you and still mess it up. No. Who are you? You are just not the guy. See, I'm going to always explain this. And I've been peeping that a lot of people like my content because it's kind of self-soothing. No, you're in shape. You're well-groomed. You're well-spoken. You are confident. Your woman never has to look outside of you to look at a guy and say, damn, he's pretty swole. Nope, she already got a swole dude. Damn, this guy's charismatic and confident. Nope, I already got a guy who's charismatic and confident. This guy's doing well for himself. I already got a guy that's doing well for himself. She can even look on TV and see one of these dudes. No, I got that at home. Guys don't want to admit that. So they'll say stupid stuff like that. And hey, that's fine. You don't want to put in the work and you want to watch a video and it self-soothes you because, why women hate when you move on after they reject you, but you still ain't the guy. When I see comments like that, it's absolutely hilarious. There is nothing to disagree with. Absolutely nothing. But the guys who understand what I'm saying, they turn themselves into the guy and then they look back at chicks and say, what are you going to do for me? And when the women actually conform to that and do something for that guy, it always works out the best. But women will try to convince you that you need to like her more than she likes you. Why is everybody getting fleeced out here? To the point where guys are like, nah, I don't want anything to do with it. I'm talking to the guys that are making something of themselves, looking good, feeling good. You are him. They are them. That's who I'm talking about. Let's trim the fat. But let's get back to the topic at hand. It's hard to tell who's who anymore with these women, especially for guys that don't understand. See, you want to provide for a woman, it's going to be hard for you to tell who's who. For a guy that knows what I'm saying, who takes on what I'm saying and they embody it and they live it, practice what I preach, practice what they preach, because what I preach becomes what they preach. And they're like, yo, it's still like I can see things clearly, but what about the guys that can't? They can't tell who's who from who's who. So I tell you, everything's important in the very beginning. She don't want to kiss you. She don't want to touch you. You'll never be in a sexless marriage because you're like, get it out of here. Let's do this real quick. I don't want to do that. All right, I'll never have to be with a woman that nags me and doesn't follow my word like the gospel. Get it out of here. And I ain't even looking for marriage. See these little things, these checkpoints you need to go through? It's not a good deal for men. It is not a good deal. And why would a guy have to hide his assets, mitigate risk for something that's supposed to be holy matrimony, something that's supposed to be good for him? Why would he have to do that? That makes absolutely no sense. Why would you need to mitigate risk on something that's supposed to be so beautiful? Women give away everything that you're supposed to get in marriage to a guy that doesn't have to do all of that. No matter which way you try to go about it, you're thinking that you're being more emotionally mature. Oh, she had to bump her head and go through these mistakes. No, that's not true. She gives away herself for a discount to a guy that she really likes in the beginning, all to find some dude to foot the bill for everything. That's the beautiful part of marriage, isn't it? And you got to watch the people who you're even getting information from, because they're not squeaky clean and their chick is not a chick that you would think is quality anyway. The chick that they married, it's not a woman that you would think is quality anyway, bro. I'm telling you, you have to be careful who you listen to. I'm not talking about men who have nothing when I'm talking about this too. See, women don't want to get married. Those years that I listed are very important, because if a woman wants to grow with you through 18, or maybe she could be 25, you guys are young and you want to grow together. That's something beautiful. But women want a ready-made man, typically a guy in his 30s, 40s, and the guy has everything going for himself. Now, she wants him to invest in her. And that doesn't work like that. You weren't with him shooting in the gym. And men are waking up to that. What's the point of getting married? The right way to get married is two people get together when they're younger and they build something. And back in the day, a guy would already make more than a woman. He would have his stuff figured out. And that would be a benefit to her being a younger woman. That's what she was getting in exchange. Now the whole thing is flipped. Women want to enjoy their younger years, party, do whoever they want, go wherever they want, right? Travel, get all these experiences in, and then come to a guy and tell him, this isn't good enough. That's not good enough. I need you to be this way. I would like this. I would like this. I would like this. Now you've worked your whole life to become something, all to give it to a chick that gave it away to somebody else and to other people, and to put her energy into other things. She wasn't thinking about you the whole time. She wasn't thinking about this. This was not important to her. Men are waking up. I had a very interesting conversation with a young brother on a one-on-one call, 22-year-old in a trade. He had a trade to be an electrician. And he's worrying about like some girl not texting him back or whatever. And I told him, brother, if you don't understand this, you're never going to understand the game. It's not about them. See, at your age, I was running through them, but I wasn't in a trade. I didn't go to college till later in my life. He was like, wow, I would have never thought. You're put together well. You speak well. Yeah, you're winning. But you think that a guy like me at your age is winning. No, I wasn't winning. It's not worth any of it, bro. And a bunch of these women till this day are probably married to dudes, probably getting over on some dude. When I was getting it for a discount price, and I'm not special, guys, I'm telling you, there's a bunch of other guys that are getting women for a discount price. And now they're with some other dude. That's footing the bill. This is not worth it. It's not fair. But I still do think marriage is a beautiful thing, and it can work between two people that are really infatuated with each other, that want to do the work, that really love each other. But they've been together for a while. They started from the ground up. She got with him when he had nothing. Now she got with him when he became the guy. That's not how things work. And I find it funny that when women make a little bit more than a guy, or significantly more than a guy, they're looking for a prenup. They're looking to protect themselves. Why? Why? This is all about love. I don't believe this is all about love in the society that we live in today. I do not. You got guys that leave comments in my comment section. You know, I've been married once. I've been married twice. I've been married 3 times. This guy is telling the truth. Listen to him. And I'm going to say this one time again. I have a main chick, and she does everything I tell her to do. She goes above and beyond for me. But that still doesn't mean that an exception to the rule means I should tell all dudes they're not all like that. If they're not all like that, why are the divorce rates where they're at? Why? And if a woman is really into you, I said something funny the other day. She cool with it. You need to let these women know. You want to be together forever? Yeah, we could be together forever. We don't need to sign something that involves the state coming into our house. We don't need to do that. And that's another thing. Dudes are talking about you can do it this way through the church, and then there won't be a divorce. Guys, you got to know a bunch of stuff. The moment you start cohabitating with her too long, you have kids with her, you put more than one kid in her, that can turn around real quick. Dudes are always talking about a prenup, and there's other loopholes around that. She was in distress. And everybody comes at it from a standpoint of, I think people think like a prenup means she's going to leave with nothing and you're going to leave with what you came with. No, you're going to agree upon what she's going to leave with. You're going to give her something. You're going to give her something. It's just going to be arranged rather than having a judge arrange it. But it's still, she's going to leave with something. So when we're talking about protecting ourselves, it's best for people to get with each other when they don't have too much of anything. Build it together and get on that way. Other than that, it's a bad deal. Other than that, it's a bad deal. Or get a woman that makes more money than you. But we already know that's not how they operate. We already know that. Men are hip to the games. There's nothing wrong with dating casually or dating for long term. But you don't need to put your name on the dotted line. And women are running around talking about, do guys want to get married anymore? What's up with guys? Why aren't guys traditional? Why? You guys ruined it. There's nothing traditional about this anymore. You had your shot. I tell you guys all the time, when I'm listening to these clips and I see a woman that's even half decent looking, I'm laughing to myself. And I know a lot of guys get frustrated. It's actually pure comedy. It's comical. It's comical. Then when she's really attractive, it's even more. It's funnier. Because you mean to tell me that you couldn't have gotten a guy who you thought was up to your standards when you were younger? Your standards aren't even that high when you're younger. They're not. So anything would have done as long as you were really interested in him. But that don't work. They're out here 35, 32, 30, 40, 45, and still look really good. Some of them look good. And they're saying, where are all the good men? Where are all the intentional men? Where are the guys that want a commitment? Where are the guys that just want to settle down? You already had your opportunity at it and you let it walk past you. There's a bunch of guys out here that are invisible to women that would be actually good for them. And they just let them walk past. They let them walk past. They let them walk past. They let them walk past. And then they wonder, where are all these men? The reason why I brought up that topic the reason why I brought up the point where I was going off and saying that men who work to become the men they are, these are the guys you're talking about. These are the guys you're talking about, and they weren't always there. You should have grabbed one back then, saw the potential in a guy, and went on about your business with them. But that's not what you want. This is what you fought for. You fought for equality. You fought for the ability to be able to provide for yourself and not be told what you can do and what you should do. You don't want to be handled. You don't want a handler. That's how they look at it. Everything is negative. With a guy giving a woman direction, with a guy giving a woman order, with her respecting a man, cooking, cleaning, being his piece. A lot of it is disrespectful to them. So I know you're going to see people getting married every time you open Facebook or Instagram, but the world is a very big place, brother. The world is a very big place. Guys are not going for it. And the simple fact is, women wanted it this way. But remember, it's always going to be your fault as a man. It's always going to be your fault. This isn't that what they say, but this is the way they wanted it. They wanted to be able to give themselves away for free to men that they really desire. They wanted to be able to have sex with multiple guys rack up the notch count. They want to be able to go here and go here as they please. They don't need a man's protection. They don't need covering. But it's funny that you even see these videos out here now saying, why don't men protect us? Why don't men want to be chivalrous? Open the doors. They can see us carrying a heavy box, heavy bags. They don't lift a finger. It's because you got this, sis. You got this, and we believe in you. We believe in you. You got this. You strong. You don't need nobody. You don't need nobody. And men are realizing that you can get everything out of a woman that you want, and she'll give it to you as long as she's sexually attracted to you, and you don't have to put a ring on it. So what's the point? Just just become more sexually attractive. And the women that actually do want you for you, they don't even need you to marry them. They will stick around. You know you got a good woman in your corner when it feels like it's impossible to get rid of her. I'm telling you, that's another gem. See, guys are always wondering, how can I get her to like me? No. You're thinking backwards. The woman for you, or women for you, it feels like it's impossible to get rid of them because they're always trying to do the right thing. Sometimes they don't even know what's the right thing. They're just going off of what you say, what you show them, but it's never telling her, you must do this, you must do that. Somehow she's always looking out for you. She's always doing the right thing for you. These are the women that you should keep around. But a lot of women aren't even willing to do that. And that's another reason why men aren't getting married anymore. So if you agree with me, get in the comment section. I would love to know what you think. If you're a guy that's made something of yourself and you're not willing to throw it away, get in the comments as well. If you're a guy that disagrees with me, you want to critique the video, get in the comments as well. And if nobody's told you that they appreciate you today, brother, for working hard, being who you are, coming from the bottom, making something of yourself, I appreciate you, bro, because we're trimming the fat. You're not one of the guys that don't want to put in effort. You're the guy that's doing the right thing because you are him and they are them. Just that simple. It's your boy, Josten J. Get with you boys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Men these days are so freaking scared of women. Ridiculous. They think everyone's coming after their money. They think all the women lie. They think everyone cheats. Have you guys thought about these women are so used to men doing that to them that they adapted the male mentality?